Greetings loyal subscribers and honoured guests. This week we're on to Commodore Format Power Pack number 10. Before I begin looking at the games, I just wanted to let you know that this series, along with PS2 Tuesdays, will be going on a little break for a while soon. I'm going to continue until I get to episode 12, and then I will consider that the end of the first season of Covertape Chaos. As there are 64 power packs in total, including the 3 unofficial ones, that works out quite nicely for 4 seasons of content. I will try not to leave it too long before coming back with Season 2, but I want to spend some time on other projects for a little while, one of which is C64 related, so hopefully you will enjoy it in the meantime. Anyway, that's enough rambling, on with the episode. First up we have a full game by the name of Anarchy. This is another one where you play as a little tank, but compared to previous tank games like Rebel and Firepower, it is much easier to control. Each level is laid out like a maze, and the goal is to destroy all of the undimpled blocks and pyramids to cause the exit to appear, then escape to the next level. The catch is that your tank can't fire if it is only 1 block away from something, and the stages make use of this limitation in their layouts, to the point where Anarchy almost becomes a puzzle game at times. There are roaming enemies that kill you on contact, but can be shot and stunned for a limited time. Every 5th stage pits you against an unkillable security droid, and it's up to you to navigate the maze, destroy all the targets, and stay out of the droid's way. It's quite tricky, but I had a lot of fun playing it, and the controls are nice and responsive. A great start to the tape. Next we have Exile, which is one of the most highly rated C64 games of all time. The full game is a vast action adventure with impressive physics, a sprawling map, tons of puzzles to solve, and enemies to avoid or defeat. This is a cut down version of the full experience, but it's still a decent chunk of gameplay for you to enjoy. Exile can be tricky to get used to for newbies though, myself included. The controls are rather complicated, with lots of different keyboard commands to try and remember. Luckily, if you happen to die, you just rematerialise back at the beginning, which enables you to experiment, explore, and make progress through trial and error. I had a few issues trying to work out how to fire my gun, but I did manage to get into the cave network with the help of one of the grenades that were conveniently left lying around. Exile is an extremely impressive piece of software which deserves to be checked out by all C64 fans. Over on side B, we have Park Patrol, another complete game. I do have quite strong memories of playing this one back in the day. It's quite a unique game after all. You can take control of either a male or female park ranger and set off down the river in your little yellow dinghy. Your main job is to clear up the litter, from coke cans to discarded beer bottles. Occasionally there will be a swimmer in distress that you can rescue for some extra points. The river and the bank are full of hazards though. You have to avoid being trampled by turtles, sunk by swimmers, launched by a log, or slapped by a snake. If you are feeling particularly daring, you can attempt to jump onto one of the logs and do a spot of log rolling. If you are successful, you'll earn a ton of bonus points, though it is more likely that you will fall to your doom. You also have to watch your energy level. If you run out of calories, then you lose a life. Your energy can be topped off with a quick visit back to your little hut for a cuppa and a bicky. I really like this game, the graphics are packed full of charm and the music is awesome too. It's a perfect little arcade game that you can fire up and just have a few goes on when you don't have time to get into something deeper. The final game on the tape this month is a playable demo of RMGB circuits. While racing games have obviously come a long way since this game was released, it's still quite enjoyable in its own way. The 2D top-down graphics are nicely drawn, your car and tyres take damage, and there's even limited fuel. All of which means that you will inevitably have to visit the pits at least once per race and have your machine fixed up by your loyal pit crew. The AI of the other racers is a little aggressive, with them constantly trying to block your path and barge into you. But other than that, this is a fun little racer, a decent finish to another great tape. So that brings episode 10 to a close. I'll be back with episode 11 in a couple of weeks, and episode 12 won't be too far behind that. In the meantime, fire up your old C64 or Vice on your PC, play a few games, and have fun.